Good evening, everybody. We're here with the staff, and we're just hanging out tonight. Hope you guys are doing good. We got Tyler, Easy in. How's it going, guys? JMax in chat and in voice with us.
Hello, what's up?
We got Alex
Hello.
hanging out. We got Patrick hanging out in chat.
Hello.
What's up, Bobo the Fets? Dustin?
Laser
HTL?
brains.
Yes, Laser Brains.
Yo, we got
Nice.
18 people watching right now and 2 likes. So I'm gonna need you guys to just jump on that like button right now.
Do it up.
Smash it up.
So, we're going to be messing with the fiber laser tonight, the new fiber. And we found out what happened with it. And it wasn't a big deal. What's up, Steve? Welcome in. So I think what we're going to get started with here is we're going to be doing some... I'm ambitious. We're going to try some photo engraving for the first actual thing we're going to do on this laser. Okay then. Alright, so let's switch over so you guys can see what we're doing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that seems kind of low for a CO2 galvo. I'm working on importing a Cora, but it's giving me some trouble on importing. I think I'm going to reprocess it in Lightburn really quick here. Importing it again. All I'm getting is this blank box. That's fun. AI. No, well, I'm importing an AI file. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I figured I wouldn't complicate things too much. Yeah, let me pull it up. Da, 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 da. Oh. One sec, Tyler. That should fix it. That's my bad.
Are you doing window capture instead of desktop?
No, well, that would explain why. No, I didn't have Discord audio captured on this scene. That's my bad. Either that or I messed it up. Yeah, Tyler says it's good now. Alright, we're gonna pop Illustrator open here and see about prepping that.
Oh, I just dropped a file in VC chat.
Oh, thank you. Is that ready to go?
Yep.
Alright, I'll just steal that then. Thanks, man.
Found that after we were talking earlier.
Thank you, thank you.
Probably
thank
a little
you.
large. Yep.
It's all good. I'll lock that orientation, and the card's only like 50 millimeters wide, so I'll just size it to 50.
That logo should look pretty cool on that blue business card.
Yeah. Let's throw a hatch on it. Look at that. That's nice. And we're going to grab a parameter from the parameter library. And I feel like we're not going to need much to pull the anodizing off of this card. But aluminum general, I guess.
What was that, Kyle? Sorry, missed that.
Yeah, you
Did
shouldn't
I
need
cut out?
too much.
Huh?
Yeah, you shouldn't need too much to
Yeah.
handle that job.
Alright, let's switch so you guys can see what's going on the laser.
I can't actually see your parameters on the side of the screen. It's like it's EasyCAD. It's just a little too wide.
There you go.
Perfect.
To the laser cam. And we do need to bring it into focus.
You'll need to turn off the framing.
Yeah,
Kyle.
just
Get the 2 dots up.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Nope. No, you didn't.
What's that?
Nope, just getting set up. He's getting ready to burn that card.
On a scale of 1 to molasses, how slow is that fucking auto Z?
It's not terrible.
That's good.
You want a spinny handle, dude.
I need to turn on the fan. We need our exhaust fan going. Gotta be responsible. Alright, let's give it a go. Yeah, HDL, mine's not an auto Z, but it is a motorized Z. So, I guess on the plus side, I don't have to reach up and turn a knob, right? But I was actually concerned I was going to have a hard time being not precise enough with it. But thankfully, it's not terrible. Yeah, motorized.
Well, it works.
It works.
What hatchery you got there, Kyle?
Just 245s or 45 crosshatch, whatever you want to call it.
You can see where the card's warped.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, those thin ones are so shitty.
It
Nice.
worked.
It's clean, man.
I'll take it. Let's switch to the big boy camera. It's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's not too bad. I could have probably have gotten away with a lot less power. That was 40% power. Let's warp it the other way. Oh, what's up, Matt?
Tone that power down a little bit, Kyle.
Yeah, I turned the power down to 25%. Make it a little.
I can't hear Kyle speaking.
Can you guys hear me?
Me either, J-Mac. I'm just listening to him on stream.
Oh,
Alright.
I may need to go hit my Bluetooth adapter if you guys can hear me on stream.
Imagine Bluetooth.
No, Tyler, I'm not gonna burn the bed. Not intentionally, at least.
That bed will be burned.
Eventually, it'll be burned.
I give it a week.
Can you hear me now? In Discord?
I think so. Maybe not. It's hard to tell. I agree with Tyler. I think you should just burn the bed now and get it out of the way.
HTL says has lasted about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think when I got the SFX 60 watt M7 during the initial setup live stream, that's when I marked mine.
Yeah, I remember that. And the Smart as well.
Yeah, the EM Smart right away. I burned right through that card.
Christening it.
Alright. What do you guys think? What we should do next? Burn a happy face in it. Happy face? I don't know. Happy face seems kind of silly. I think I'm coming back through on Discord now to the staff. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Alright, let's see.
I don't
Boba
know.
Fett says, "Hi, Alex."
Oh yeah, I think I can hear you now, Kyle.
Alright, cool.
Do you need a Quora JPEG? Did you want to do that?
Yeah. Hit me with one. We'll do a Quora. David says, rock that new toy. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. What's up, David? How you doing, man?
Kyle, how about like a beach summer scene?
I'm down, Alex. Hit me with it.
Oh well, I'm gonna drop it in Discord for you right now.
I'll take it, man.
There you go. Try that. I feel like that could come out pretty cool.
Bubba says, Alex, what lens do you use now on your CO2 Galvo? And most of the time.
On the CO2 Galvo?
Yep.
Probably the 110 millimeter because everything else, the dot size is really bad.
Gotta get them details in.
I use the 200, 220 when I'm doing tumblers. Or like big stuff, like if I'm doing like a really big cutting board or something, the 200 is fine. But for small detail stuff, which is most of what I do with the CO2 Galvo when I do it, I'm on the 110. You should have the new beach photo. I don't know what that weird extension was on the last one, sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. Thanks for sending that over. Now the question is, should we process it like we would process everything in Lightburn? Or should we just YOLO it?
I would do the image processing in Lightburn and then save the image, because that's the one way we didn't show it on the photo guide. We showed it with Photoshop and EasyCAD, and we showed it with Photoshop and EasyCAD, and we showed it with Lightburn 100%, but I didn't show prepping in Lightburn and then exporting it for EasyCAD, so I might do that.
Let's do it.
We do need that desktop view. We're looking at, oh, yep, perfect.
Alright, so what we're gonna do that bad boy in there. And you want to size this to, let's do it 80 wide. Make sure it fits on the card. And for DPI, okay, 335. So that's literally all we're doing, is going to adjust image. Let me just make sure this is popping up in stream. It's not. 1 second.
Yeah, if you do display capture, oh wait, you can't because you have the ultra wide monitor, huh?
Not on this computer, but it'll be all blown out because it's 1440. There we go. So you guys should be able to see that now. So in adjust image, we have Jarvis there.
There we go, that looks good.
334
Yep.
DPI is what it rounds to when you do 335, so that's fine. Now we go to File, Export, Beach, 335 for 110 by 110. And let's switch back to EasyCAD. Jim X says ready for bed now. It's 2:39 a.m. here. But he loves us. He's hanging out. David says doing well, trying to get out.
Jim X a champion.
Yep, he is. Catch a few of the show and tell. It's good to have you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, so we're going to switch to EasyCAD. We're going to import that. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, it does not seem to want to import AI vector files. So let's go JPEG.
Wait, what? Why
Was
would it
that
be a vector?
It's an AI file.
Oh, no. You gotta, so go back to Lightburn.
Yep. Teach me.
And
buddy.
then right click it and click saved processed bitmap.
Oh, yes, thank you. Knew I was missing a step there. So we are going to call this just beach. Yep. And back to EasyCAD. Now we're going bitmap.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out your monitor situation at some point because none of your context menus are showing up.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that up. We need to drop that down.
Another issue is that we shouldn't be resizing the rasters after they're generated in Lightburn, so we want to size them while we're in Lightburn.
I did.
And then bring them in at size.
I sized it to 77 by 49 millimeters. It ended up being too big. It
Okay,
came in
yep,
at,
that's cool. Then EasyCAD's just being weird.
yeah. It's coming in at 80 by 51.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's weird.
All good.
Yeah. We're gonna leave it. Alright, so
EasyCAD's notorious for those stupid, like resizing issues.
yeah. I'm going to bump my power down and change that a little bit. Let's grab another card. back to the laser cam view. Might have gone too far with the settings.
Did you turn on the disable mark low gray point?
No, I did not. That's a good point.
Oh, yeah, you're going to want to check that. So, that's in your bitmap settings. In the little bitmap window on the left.
Yeah.
The second extend box. You can raise that up, yeah.
What do you guys normally do with this?
So, uncheck everything except disable mark low gray point,
Mm-hmm.
which should be set to 1. And then hit OK.
There we go.
And then turn off all of that other stuff. So no drill mode, no pixel power adjust, no dither, no gray, no invert. Or invert, yes. No. Did you invert it in Lightburn or no?
No. No, I did not.
Okay, so leave invert checked, because we'll need that inverted, because we're doing an aluminum card. And then hit apply.
Yep.
And then let me think. Speed, I'd do 300. Power, like maybe 35. Frequency, 37. And then just make sure you're in focus, and we should be good.
Marking away. Oh, wait. Now we're going to mark away.
Sounds better.
Yes.
I love that the water's going to be blue.
It's convenient, isn't it?
Oh, the laser cam's upside down. I was like, why? I was like, what is this? It's the chair. It's the beach chair.
There you go. I flipped it.
Beautiful. Was this with 335 DPI when you were setting it up in Lightburn?
Yeah. Yeah, 335.
Nice. I think probably you were right around the 20 power point. Might be just a little harsh right now, but otherwise it's looking really good.
That's okay. I have another like 100 of these cards. We can keep going.
And here comes that water.
DV in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Rick?
Does it look any better in person, or are we just kind of getting a weird glare, or is it super washed out?
I think it's a combination of everything. I'll show it up on the big cam as soon as it's done. Honestly, I don't think it's that bad, but it is a little washed out. Here, let me switch scenes here.
Oh, that's much nicer than it looked on the bed.
Yeah.
Did you make a gamma adjustment in Lightburn before exporting it?
I did not. We could do that though.
So that would be the first thing I would do.
Alright. Let's switch back to Lightburn.
Because we want to push those black pixels a little further apart.
And we're gonna go to adjust. There we go. Now you guys can see. Alright,
I've got a
so
pack of blue cards, Kyle. I find their things look a little more washed out, say, than black or other colours. Quite hard to get it to look really good. So I think that one you done looks quite good.
So we want to. Thanks, J-Mac. Oh wait, yeah, you want to reduce
Yeah,
it.
0.7. I usually sit around 0.7.
Alright, let's give it a go.
Oh, and negate. Why don't you negate it while we're in here? Then we don't need to rely on EasyCAD to do it.
Alright.
That's just in the image adjustment menu again.
Yeah. Alright. Let's give it a go again. Back over here. Let's get that out of there.
And then uncheck invert in your bitmap settings. Perfect. And I would maybe drop the power to 30, maybe 25, 30, 30.
30 it is.
Sweet.
Stacy says, I just bought a pack of blue cards. They were the cheapest anodized on Amazon the other day. Yeah. These ones came with my laser, so I was lucky enough for that. But I definitely want to pick up some black ones now. They're fun to play with. They're kind of addicting. I'm two cards and 3 engraves in. We got to light. All right. To the laser cam. Dave says black are awesome to test stuff on. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to grabbing some black ones myself. I like the contrast.
I like the black ones a lot because they do give the best contrast. They also are usually thicker. I feel like the colored cards are usually a lot thinner. It's hard to find those in bigger thicknesses.
Boba says I use 0.45 millimeter cards. These are basically as thin as they get, I think. That's
Yeah,
why
those
they're,
look like .1s.
yeah, maybe even like 0.08. Like they're really thin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the .4s are my favorite. The .8s are really cool. They're just too goddamn expensive.
I can actually tell you, I have a caliper here. I can tell you exactly how thick they are. They're 0.2 millimeter, actually.
Nice. They still can't hold up to that fiber.
No.
It's a rough warp. You could potentially lower the speed further. I mean, or not the speed, the power. Speed we want to keep right around 300 for photos.
Let's see. Pretty good, I think.
Wow, that's a huge improvement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right there, that's the spot. Looks really nice, man.
Matt says nice contrast in the water and the sand. I agree.
Did you already tell people what was wrong with the
I did not.
Wisely?
So what happened was we had two problems, right? First issue we came across was no Z motor movement, so couldn't get into focus without stacking some stuff under the items. Issue number two is we weren't getting marking. So after stream and a coffee break to reassemble my brain from butter, we found that after I disassembled the case, the Z-axis driver had the plug had come undone that links it to the motor.
The stepper driver, right?
Yeah, the stepper driver. So plug that in, we got Z. So after I checked all the rest of the wiring, everything else was great. And the only other issue we had at that point was software related. So we troubleshot EasyCAD and we got it to mark. So to be fair, that could have happened in shipping. But actually, they confirmed that that's something they're going to go ahead and double check in the future before anybody sends that out, just in case. So they're, after the feedback I gave to Wisely on that, they've already said that, just based off of my experience, they're already changing their workflow to make sure that doesn't happen anyway. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah. Not a huge deal. No, I did not wipe it off with a rag yet. That is straight off the laser, Boba. I could grab a microfiber. Here, 1 minute. Let me switch to the laser cam.
I'd venture to say even maybe another one at 15% power,
Yeah, I think we're gonna drop it down.
just to see if we could reduce the warping.
That's after a quick microfiber wipe. So not a huge difference. It actually came pretty clean, to be honest. Didn't really seem like anything came off. So let's go. Let's go again. We'll try 15%. David says, later all. Have a good night, David. Take it easy, man.
Good night, David.
That is so much more quiet at 15% power. Wow.
Yeah, I think we might be a little low now.
I don't know if you guys noticed that we got the two cameras at the top of the stream there, but Matt's working on some killer looking leatherette. Looks like Patrick finished what he was working on, maybe.
Yeah, that looks really awesome. He's doing a great job. He's really got those settings down.
DV says, burning a cigar while y'all guys are burning stuff. Nice. DV says, I did engrave 2 cat carriers. Our cats need to have their bags unpacked. Oh boy, sounds like they're going to have a fun week, Rick.
Yeah.
By the way, if anybody's wondering what that is, it's a We got the JDS, the new canvas leatherette bags. Pretty cool.
Nice. Actually, I think 15% might have been the ticket.
Cool, let's see it.
I mean, it's a lot less like light, but here. It doesn't really translate very well through the camera, but it looks
Yeah.
pretty cool to me. I don't know. Let me wipe it. Let's wipe it. Not a huge difference, but maybe if I... No, not really. Yeah, that kind of picks it up a little bit.
Yeah, dude, that looks good.
Nice. I like the contrast between the water and sand. That's crazy what it can get that.
Yeah. I think let's try one more with 20% on the backside just to split the difference a little bit more. DV says still waiting on our Prusa Mark III S Plus.
Matt, I replied to your request for teal.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, Rick.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna shoot off to bed. Have a good night. Have fun, Kyle.
Night, J-Mac. Thanks, buddy,
Night,
for hanging out.
Night,
bye.
J-Mac.
Bye bye.
Everybody say have a good night to J-Mac. Alright, let's switch back to EasyCAD. So I switched it down to 20%. And we're going to run it again on the back side of that card. And I want to see if that makes it pop a little bit better. Yeah. Have a good night, J-Mac. Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Just based on like the whiteness, it looks like it's doing better.
Yeah, I agree. I think this will be a much better turnout on this one.
I really like using drill mode in EasyCAD. Been so long, I probably wouldn't remember how now. It give you a change of
I don't
scenery.
know, I was never happy with the drill mode results.
Aside from my accidentally trying it.
Now, who can guess what that is on the printer?
I don't think I've ever done brown on the fiber. Let's see how this goes. Yeah,
I did some brown today. It's should go pretty well.
Do you use the same as black gold?
Yes, I believe so.
Maybe like
Is that-
2 passes or something.
Does it have? Is that the foil underneath brown? It looks like.
This one is, yeah. So actually, I guess this should just zap it.
Alright. Let's grab that off of the button.
Nope, it's just black brown. There you go.
That's looking good there, Patrick.
Yeah, in case anybody watching doesn't know, it's definitely Teacher Appreciation Week. Reach out, get some gifts, man, get those people buying from you.
That's our most recent attempt. I'm trying to...
What's your in-person opinion against the 15%?
Honestly? I think the 15% was better. Somehow the 20% looks like it didn't... I don't know. It's weird.
Okay. Is what it is.
I think they're both good in different ways. Like, it makes different parts of the image pop. I'll show them both really quick. In like a blind comparison, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one's which, to be honest. There we go.
Do you have any black on you?
No, just I have two big packs of blue. Let me see. Yeah, that's another box of blue. Yep. That's all right. So, I have actually a piece of scrap steel. Let's go back to Laser Everything logo. Quite literally a piece of scrap mild steel. Just for the giggles. Let's do... Let's do 100 millimeters wide.
Tyler said, "You're telling me that you've been waiting for this laser for 2 months and you didn't order the one thing that all people do when they get their laser?"
Shh, no, I didn't. We're going at this from somebody who doesn't know anything. It is what it is. Alright, so you know what, I'm going to, yeah, we'll do it this way. So now we're just fiddling around. Rick says, and all I got was this light beer. Crosshatch standard. Yeah. Matt says, don't forget Teacher Appreciation Week this week. If you have social media, make a couple posts and make that money. Good point.
It's a good suggestion.
Oh, it would help if I was showing EasyCAD. So
That's quite the piece of metal there, man.
I know. It's quite literally just a hunk of steel. Figured it was good for learning, right? And try steel deep engrave. just fill in with it. That's how you learn, right? So we're gonna change that. We also have to make sure we're in focus. Not gonna lie, it's actually not so bad getting this thing perfectly in focus with the dots. It doesn't move so fast that it's hard to keep up with.
That's very gold. What do you think? One more hit after this one? DV says Alex has a present coming.
Ooh, what kind of present?
I think it has to do with what Patrick was showing on the camera.
Oh yeah, Patrick's got a whole big bag of goodies for me.
It's a wicked awesome care package is what it is.
Are you positive that your hatch number 2 settings aren't on? Do you have your hatch 2 settings on?
I think so.
Looks like a big difference between that first pass and the second one, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, my bad. The laser's moving the other direction.
Yeah. I have auto rotate on.
For whatever reason, I thought the first pass was the second pass and the second pass was the first pass.
Uh,
So I thought it was getting worse.
It also doesn't help that it's upside down. So it's like backwards to the normal 45 and then negative 45. Tyler says he's gonna send
I
me
think that's
some
what
metal
threw me
business
off.
cards. Uh-oh, Tyler.
What a good guy.
Tyler's a beast. I should really get my hands on some coins, too. That should probably be on my list, huh?
I think Tony's got a pile of them. You should ask. I'm sure he'd be willing to send you a couple.
I'd buy them off of him for sure. We gotta get Tony to do a coin episode.
What was Kyle needing?
I
Didn't
know, I
catch that.
keep bothering him about it.
What was that, Patrick?
I think Patrick was asking what you were needing from Tony,
I was looking.
which the answer is coins.
Yeah, maybe. What aren't we doing with coins NRD?
I can help him with that. Especially since I already have a package addressed to him.
Patrick, I love you, man.
Patrick is a superhero.
Let's see.
You gonna anneal this thing when it's done?
I might. I think I'm gonna deep engrave a little bit before I anneal it. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. Roger, is your new Wisely? Yes, this is my new Wisely 60-watt Mopa.
See, would something like this help, Kyle?
Oh my god. Yes. I'm gonna have to send you a PayPal, buddy. Is that a heart-shaped coin? Or is that just the camera playing tricks on me?
All right. I'm not doing anything else, so I'm going to turn my camera off.
It does look heart-shaped, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's that?
That one kind of gold coin in the middle.
Oh my god, it is heart-shaped.
Haha, that's awesome.
That's perfect.
Do this. Send you one of these too. That's the knurled edges. Focus.
That's awesome. That's a very cool coin.
Patrick's hiding all kinds of cool shit over there.
Yeah, I'll make a donation to Mr. Kyle.
Housewarming present.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Sounds about right.
Ben says, listening to the live while doing some coins. Welcome in, Ben. Good to have you.
I'm shipping flat rate. I'll just ship him a bunch of stuff.
Patrick is hooking me up. Love you, Patrick. You the man. Andy says Lightburn must be getting close now, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, we're getting into the deeper into the quarter two. All the beta guys are enjoying their time.
The talk right now is like June.
Yeah, we'll see. Ben says, are those made by Bui Swiss? Not sure. I think if I do another one of these steel scrap cutouts, maybe I'll do like a Pac-Man, because it's got the weird cutout for the mouth. Scott says, just joined. How powerful is this laser? This is what Tyler said, a 60 watt. This particular laser is from Wisely. It's a 60 watt Mopa M7.
What settings are we using on this engraved right now?
I have two hatches. I gotta switch my glasses so I can see. So I have a digging pass going at, I think it's 750 with snake and lower frequency. And then I have like a cleanup pass going at 750 speed, 13% power, and 45% frequency. I just threw something at it. It's nothing special.
For the 60 M7, your your peak pulse power output frequency is 37.
All right.
Just so you know.
I'll have to drop that down. Or change that. it, finish this pass, and then we'll swap it. Scott says, for non-production use, does a lower power laser just take more time? So, generally, yeah, I mean, you can do just about anything with a 30 watt even. It's just going to go a little bit slower. Tyler says, just go full send at 98 power with 37 frequency. You know what? I will. We're going to change it. Am I going to have enough laser fluid to finish? We have all the laser fluid.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna hop off here, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. See you, Patrick. It was good chilling with you, bud. Hope you have a good night.
Yes.
Thanks again.
Yes, sir. Nice work with getting that thing up and running.
Thank you.
See you, Patrick.
Yes. Later.
Tyler asked and Tyler gets. Full send. Matt says, filled up the blinker fluid before the show started. Yes. STL3 says, jewelry work, Rakis or Max, which is better?
Back, did I miss anything important?
No, you didn't miss too much. So for jewelry work, I mean, if you're just cutting or engraving, you can get by with either. If you feel like you need more frequency range, if you're ever going to do any more gentle work, usually Rakis has a bigger frequency range. If you need more than that, or if you ever see doing anything in the plastic range or anything else, or if you feel like you're going to end up trying to do color at some point, you're going to need a Mopa, and JPT would be your option there. Rick says, I hear bacon. Scott says, wow.
So I've never done steel before, but the good news is if it messes up, it's just gonna be black no matter what. So just gotta burn the shit out of this.
Burn it, buddy.
Had to take a little break there because the smoke was getting pretty good.
Tyler says follow up this pass with a steel white.
There it goes.
I have a higher frequency pass after this. It's not exactly steel white. I can always do steel white at the end though, like an actual steel white. But these are all experimental, so I just converted them. I didn't test anything, so nothing is fine-tuned. Night, Patrick. Good hanging out, bud. Have a good one. Scott says, love my CO2 laser, but I need one of these. Have been looking for about 6 months. Still can't decide on power or area or frequency range. So the benefit to that is you don't have to worry about area. If you figure out what you need for power and frequency range, you can change your work area to suit what you need. The lens is changeable, and compared to the cost of the machine, the lens is only going to cost you $100 or less probably per lens. What do you want to do with that metal, Scott? Are you looking for colors? Is color important to you? Because if it's not, then you can not worry about Mopa. Yeah, Scott, color. It's very popular in titanium, less so on other stuff. It can rust in some cases. Will it cut you if you put your hand in front? You might get burned, but that's about it.
You guys can put your hand in front. You might get burned.
Yeah, I agree with Tyler. It really depends on what you're looking for and what metal you're doing. If you're sticking to jewelry and smaller stuff, or if you're looking to do larger items. I also agree with what DV said. Hop into the Discord, the link's in the description, and we can help you find out what you actually need, or what might be nice to have. Yeah, I wouldn't say slice. It'll burn you. Yeah, I wouldn't say slice. Tyler says 50 watt will give you the most proverbial bang for your buck, really. I agree with that. Especially once you go above 60 watt, you're paying significantly more per watt of power. We have the review coming out on this unit pretty soon. Well, soon relatively. I have a lot of testing to do with it, but we'll have a review coming out on this soon too, but we also have a higher wattage unit in the works that'll be coming soon as well for comparison. We'll have a review coming out on this soon too, but we also have a higher wattage unit in the works that'll be coming soon as well for comparison. Ian says, does this mean we might see a 60 watt Mopa param file soon? Maybe. So, I mean, it's going to take a little more testing, but you can always use the conversion tool. It's not as simple as importing the param folder, but you have access to all the same settings I do with the conversion. But I'll talk to Alex and maybe we can get that up on the LMA. Andy says, see you guys next time, going out for lunch. Have a good one, Andy. It was good having you. Enjoy your lunch, bud. Scott says, is there just the one software package to run fiber? I forgot the name. Yes, so as of right now, basically the most popular software is EasyCAD, and it's problematic sometimes, to put it nicely. Lightburn is adopting the ability to control EasyCAD 2 control boards, which means you can bypass EasyCAD 2 software and just use Lightburn. So if you have, I believe you said you had a CO2, you might be familiar with Lightburn already. So, not popular, available. Yes, Rick, I agree. Scott says he's got Glowforge. So yeah, no local control. Every time you process something that goes up to the cloud, and then you have to wait. With Lightburn, that's designed for either G-code or DSP controller gantry lasers. So that you're quite literally just sending your work straight to the laser. There's no post-processing going up to the cloud. You could work on it entirely offline if you wanted to, as long as you had a USB connection or local network to your laser. DV says, nice, I still need to figure out how to convert EasyCAD files to Lightburn. Yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to mess with that just yet. Tyler says coming soon. I hope so. That'd be cool. Nice, Tyler. Scott says my shop is Mac. Problem? If you're going to be using EasyCAD, yes, you're going to need to run Parallels or Boot Camp or whatever to get Windows running, because EasyCAD is Windows only. If you hang tight until Lightburn's available for Galvo, you can do Mac or Windows, it doesn't matter. Stacy says, did Wisely give you the choice of which Mopa you wanted? So, yes, we requested a 60-watt Mopa M7 from JPT. If you had a particular model or you wanted something specific, you could contact them and see what they could do. Calio, the sales rep we've been speaking with, it has been great so far in answering our questions and through the process of talking about the hardware, and if we're looking for any information, he's been awesome. Wisely's is a China-based company, so they're primarily like Alibaba, AliExpress, well, through their site and through Alibaba. But The machine that we have here is actually the first version of this model, or the first unit of this model. So it's completely new, and they're actually still finalizing a listing for it. So once they do that, that'll also be included. We'll be able to share exactly what we got direct to a listing.
Hey bro, I'm back. Did I miss anything this time?
Nope.
Maybe woke up.
Cora demands the attention. No, you didn't miss anything. We were talking about Lightburn and EasyCAD, and Scott's got a Mac, so we were talking to him about Lightburn being the way once it's out.
How many passes are we at now?
I have no idea. I have it set to do 10 total rounds of 3 deep and 1 cleanup pass. So it'll be 40 passes total when it's done. Ish. I'm probably going to stop it before then.
Yeah, dude, every single individual dot that the diode laser made on that cardstock today went all the way through the cardstock.
Oh my god.
So like when you hold it up to the light, you can see the light shining through a million microscopic dots.
That must look pretty cool with a light behind it.
It does.
Stacy says, did they let you pick which version of the 60 watt you wanted? There's a 24 volt economy version and a 48 volt. The 48 volt is the... Yeah, so I believe we have the 48 volt. Based off of the model number I looked up on the source. I didn't specifically specify between the two, but I'm sure if you asked which model numbers are available, they'd be willing to work with you to make sure you're getting what you wanted, though. DV says, I have a buddy here in town that's looking to get an Orchard diode. Nice. Tell you what, as slow as diodes are, they're very impressive. You can do a lot of good stuff with them.
Got a review coming out on an Orchard diode just a couple days.
Yep. Rick, tell your buddy to hang tight.
I'm working on it real hard.
Tell your buddy to hang tight and watch the channel.
Here, Kyle, if you can add me to the voice chat video thing.
I got you.
That's the map. holding it up to my studio lights in this photo.
That's wild.
Pretty crazy, right?
I could see that being pretty cool backlit, just doing something like that.
Yeah, it would look nicer if I was doing it intentionally.
Even like a little makeshift nightlight kind of deal.
Yeah.
Kelly says, "Hi all, sorry I'm late.
The
Congrats
thing
on
that
getting
irritates
photons."
me about it is that... Sorry, I'm delayed.
You're good.
Here's how it looks when it's not backlit. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Tyler says, photons are the best tons. Best kind of tons. Yes.
Tauntauns are the best kind of tauns.
Hmm. Scott says, what is diode? Diode is a little laser module that is significantly smaller and generally slower and lower in power, but it's much more entry level and easier to get into. And blue. All the blue. Make sure you wear your eye protection. It's as pretty as it looks. That will blind the hell out of you. But you're talking about like an entry level for diode at like as low as like around $200, or you could get like a really high end diode for $800 or $1,000. Whereas like a CO2 has a much larger output in terms of capacity, but your starting point on something like that is going to be, if you're getting a Ruida, is going to be over $2,000. If you're getting a K40, it'll be cheaper. And then you have fiber. It's a little different. Diode is good for organics, things that engrave at lower power. Some of them will allow you to get away with steel annealing, or some metal annealing, ferrous metal annealing maybe.
We just did that.
Yep. Alex has been working on that.
I need to work on the settings, but
He's showing it up there on video. If you want to check that out, that's a knife.
definitely works.
I think that
That
came
was the
out.
first attempt right there.
I think that came out killer.
We did these aluminum, black lacquer aluminum plates as well.
Yeah. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. The CO2, you're not going to be able to get away with any kind of metal anything unless you're removing a coating. And then if you want to just go straight into metal and actually mark metal like consistently, you're talking about fiber. So you get some options, something to consider. Diode's going to be very slow, but the other appeal to that is it's also small, so usually it's easier to pack up or pack away or move around. You could even, a lot of them, put it right on top of what you're engraving if you're engraving something massive like a piece of furniture or something. Not something you could generally stick into a machine, for example. DV
This
says
was my best attempt at a tumbler with the diode. I think my diode timing settings are off. I'm gonna have to look at those. But it's possible.
Yeah. DV says, do a constellation for a light.
Yeah, that'd be
DV
cool.
Yeah. DV says, just like UV. Scott says, Ceramark is expensive and the result is poor. Sometimes. I've seen some pretty good results out of Ceramark. I think it just depends on what your use case is and what you're using it for. And also the settings you're using to mark with it. And what you're
Quality of the
marking
finish of the metal as well makes a big
Yeah.
difference.
it. Absolutely. Oh, yes, thank you, DV. So the blue equals UV and diode. So UV and diode in terms of wavelength are much closer together, and that's part of the reason for the color. But they're both within the visible light spectrum.
Not really a rather go fiber or rather go diode situation. I mean, if you're buying a fiber laser, you're talking about a $5,000 purchase. If you're talking about a diode, you're talking about a $250 purchase.
Yeah.
You would get them. It would be another tool in your collection, rather than, you know, well, like one or the other. You know, I would have both of those machines, have them working side by side on different types of tasks.
Yeah. Yeah, for a fiber, I mean, you could go anywhere from just a couple of grand up to, or a few grand up to 14, 15, 20,000. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, this is like a $7,000 machine you're working on right now.
Yeah, something like that.
Ish.
Yeah, ballpark. DV says, I have a gain tree and a fiber galvo, now I want a CO2 and a UV for triple threat. It's the quadfecta, because it's one more than a trifecta. Very nice, man. Very nice. CO2, UV, and fiber is a great toolbox. I still think you should get a diode, though. They're fun. They're good for different stuff, like ultra detail, depending on the one you get. Water jet is a whole nother beast. I was, I mean, depending on how my summer goes, I was almost considering doing a DIY water jet, but I don't think that's going to happen, and I don't think I can deal with the mess of that right now. But I definitely, I mean, all the toys. I mean, tools. Cough, cough.
It'd probably be a better project for, you know, like after you move.
Yeah, absolutely. I need more space.
Sounds like a post-move project.
Yeah.
I have a lot of post-move projects myself.
Yeah. Just one more thing on the list, right?
Always.
Water jet is definitely one of those things that you can't really do without a good amount of space, though. That's like a commitment in a lot. Like, you can't just pick up a thing of water that full and move it, you know. It's a big mess. Laser, that's another water jet. A smaller form factor water jet, right? Stacy says, how did import go?
Yeah, more or less.
Import went fine, Stacy. It got, we ordered it through, or it got shipped through DHL, and once it landed, we got notification through tracking that they needed more information, and we had to submit an FDA form for customs, which is pretty standard. So if you contact your seller, they'll help you get that information, and then once you submit that, if they determine that you have any fees due, customs duties, you get hit with a bill. And then once you pay your bill, it gets put on a truck and brought to your door. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad. No dramas there. Agreed, Rick. That does require a lot of space. Scott says, friend has 10 by 20 water jet. That is 200 square feet of liquid fury and also dedication.
100 square feet of waste and mess.
It's
I'm team laser, bro.
see, when the thing I see when I see 10 by 20 water jet is that's a lot of water and sludge you have to pump out. And then after you pump it out, you have to climb in there and like shovel out all the waste that's stuck in the bottom. Yeah, water can really...
Someday I hope that the channel's doing well enough that we can get a fiber cutter. I'd really like to bring that onto the channel.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
All this time and all these viewers and we only have 20 likes. I'm gonna need to see some more people smashing the like button here.
Scott says it's fun to watch. Carl dives in there once a year. I bet he does. I bet it's a whole lot of buckets full of gross. Stacy says, good thanks, or cool thanks. Did you pick an EasyCAD 2 board? Yes. Yes, we did. We specifically asked for EasyCAD 2 so that we can work on Lightburn once it's available. And also show some of the beta stuff. Speaking of which, I'll be setting that up later tonight after stream. Hulk smash. Shiny disc of brass. That sounds like a good piece of scrap to hit with your laser, Scott. Thanks, HDL. Appreciate it, man. With some post-processing, Scott, he can make you some coin blanks, bud.
Can you see? Does it have any appreciable depth?
It looks like it does have something going on. Can't really see too much, to be honest, while the laser's going, because I'm just blinding myself. But looks like it's getting down in there.
Nice.
Tyler says this engraving is going to be deep AF. That is the game plan, man. Am I going to do steel white finish to make it pop? Yeah. Yeah, that's the game plan. Yeah, I want this thing to have some texture to it. Especially because I'm probably going to rough sand off the rust off the top. Get it cleaned up a little bit. I don't know, you guys got any other questions? What have you guys got going on? Yeah, it's probably taking some heat. I'm gonna be honest, I just didn't want to scratch up my laser bed. It's all shiny and new, you know? Since I failed to hit it with, when I was doing the cards. Oh, yeah, I could do that HDL. Leave it rusty and white and then lacquer it, yeah. Seal it all in. Make it all rustic. Tyler says he just ate a grilled peanut butter sandwich because he doesn't like grilled cheese. I think that's fair, and also a good compromise.
Well, I like toasted peanut butter and jelly better than like not toasted peanut butter and jelly. That
Me
look
t-
good.
Me too. Me too. It definitely adds like that nice crunch texture from the bread. Mm.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry again. Damn.
Bro, I live my life hungry.
I went to Micro Center to pick some stuff up during this week, and while I was there, one of the things that I pick up, because sometimes they're hard to find, high chews, man. I don't know if you guys do high chews or not.
Oh, nice.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm a fat man trapped in a fat man body, and I love it. Grilled cheese and tomato soup for HTL. Yeah, that's fair. I like,
Miranda makes that all the time. It's so good.
I forget what company makes it. I think it's Progresso does tomato rotini tomato soup. That with grilled cheese is like my favorite thing to have when it snows outside. Except for, now I can't have tomatoes for reasons, but it's my favorite. I go to BJ's Wholesale. We do have a Costco membership. It's just a little further away. I should check that out, Tyler. Thank you. So many high chews, so little time. Yeah, absolutely HCL. Northern thing for sure. I mean, even just a cold, rainy day, it's nice too, I'm sure. Scott says, try tuna fish sandwich with peanut butter. I mean, anything is worth a try once, right? For me, fish doesn't really go good with peanut butter personally. Just textures and stuff, but I could see how that might work together with like a Thai-style peanut sauce, maybe.
When I go fish, I go salmon, dude.
Salmon's good. I like the white style fish, like the like pollock, or I mean even tilapia, but cod is one of my go-tos. Salmon's good too, though. Got them healthy fats going for you. Yep, think Asian food. That's where my head was at when you said the fish with the peanut butter. I was thinking like a peanut butter Thai sauce, or like a stir fry sauce almost. Halibut, yes, Tyler. Absolutely. HTL, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. I lost count. Scott Gardner says, good evening, can I ask a newbie question? Absolutely. Ask away. It is a Q&A stream. Besides that, you're always welcome to ask questions. Yeah. When it comes to fiber too, I I mean, the operation of the fiber, I'm still learning. I can help with information too, though. If that's what you're asking about. Kelly says, Kyle, sorry for repeating since I was late. Ah, you're fine, man. No worries. What frequency are you using for the deep etch? Have you already figured out your max power setting? So I just kind of full sent it. We did a couple like random lower power passes to get started. And upon Tyler's request, he wanted a full send, high 90%, 95, 98% power, max frequency. Well, not max frequency, but max power output frequency. So 37 frequency in my case, I believe, for the digging passes, and then we have a cleanup pass, and it loops. So we're doing, I think it's 2 power passes for digging in, a cleanup pass, and we're looping that 10 times. Yes, Kelly. It is a 60-watt JPT Mopa M7. Scott Gardner says, been looking at fiber lasers and keep seeing 3D and 2.5D in the description, and there's a price difference. What is the 3D and 2.5D in etching and marking? So, I mean, there's a couple of differences. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what the entire difference is, other than I think 2.5D is based on EasyCAD 2 boards, maybe? Am I right on that, Alex?
Sorry, I was reading something. What was the question?
So Scott Gardner is curious on what the difference is between 3D and 2.5D.
3D, so 2.5D, okay, hold on. Let me minimize this, I'm distracting myself. So 3D, like actual true 3D, is where the lens inside the galvo head is moving up and down physically to change the focus point of the laser beam that's hitting the material. So the galvo head is actually in real time moving around to change that focal point. 2.5D is more like power settings and different math and things like that to kind of like scale up and down power in order to produce a 3D-like effect. So with the 2.5D, you're using a standard galvo head. With 3D, you're using a true 3D galvo scan head. So very different tech.
Scott Gardner says, okay, so it actually can dig deeper, raising the galvo rather than running another pass with different power setting. No, you're correct. So when you're using 3D or 2.5D, whichever suits your needs, you have the ability to change the focal point. Or 3D, whatever. Yeah. So you can change the focal point in that way. The other thing, when you're talking about 3D and you're going EasyCAD 3 in this case, not EasyCAD 2. EasyCAD 3 you can work with actual 3D, like STLs, like actual 3D files. So that you can have like depth or height maps of different areas. And think of it that way. To be fair, you can do that with Lightroom too. But just that's more software than the hardware capability of it. And now I also feel like I have to say Lightburn is specifically set up for EasyCAD 2 and beta right now, not EasyCAD 3. There's no guarantee it'll work for EasyCAD 3 yet. Kelly says, I'm standing by to give DHL my FDA info tomorrow morning. Both of my Mactrons are waiting in Cincy tonight. Thanks for the heads up tonight on your improved experience. Absolutely. DHL is pretty...
Mactron?
Yeah, Mactron. Good stuff. DHL is pretty good, at least in my experience. Granted, I've only imported the one machine so far for myself, but through DHL I had a good experience. It landed actually in Cincinnati as well, and it took I think 8 hours or 10 hours after the update, because it landed at a weird time, to get processed through. It took a little bit for them to get it through the customs part of things. It actually, funny enough, it got through customs, and then I got a notification that it was going through customs and they needed more information from me. So when I went through tracking, it prompted me to contact customer service. Customer service then sent me a link for submitting my FDA form and that info. And once it was processed through the little web interface, it was done. The next morning, I think it cleared, and then it was just awaiting the next shipment cycle, because it had literally just missed the trucks for that day by the time customs and FDA clearanced it. Oof. Landed on Friday night and DHL was closed. I mean, DHL is there on the weekends. That's not the problem. The problem is between customs and FDA, they have funky hours on the weekends. So, yeah. I mean, mine shipped out of Cincinnati, I think, Saturday, or late Friday night. Or, yeah. Went to New York, sat there for 2 days, and then I'm up in Connecticut, so. FDA is involved because it's a Class 4 laser. It's a laser in general. It's considered it's considered in the healthcare field, I think, because of its classification as a laser. So you need an FDA clearance form. Oh, it's done. That's 10 passes.
Whoa.
At least on video. Ooh, I just switched off my laser glasses. Blind. Actually, it's not all that hot. I don't want to move it. It's got a little depth to it, though. Yeah. So FDA Form 2877. So basically it's signing off that it's either a safe piece of equipment and it meets radiation standards, or it doesn't meet the standards that are attached to that form and what safety precautions are being taken with it, yada yada yada. Okay. So let's switch back to EasyCAD. And we're going to shrink this down a little bit.
How was the depth on that? I missed it.
Pretty good. It's definitely got a little bit of a lip to it. I'm happy with it. I'm going to delete my second hatch. Okay. I whoopsied it. Oh well, whatever. I can redo that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a steel white. Switch back to my laser glasses while that's going. I agree with Tyler. So most reputable Chinese companies will send you the form completely filled out and ready to go. So basically all you have to do after that is sign off on the information and whatnot. Speaking of which, I know Mactron does that, but also Wisely have both have a track record of doing that. They sent ours to us before DHL even shipped it out, so it was ready to go. Look at how much that's popping. Wow. Anytime, Scott. Just like Kelly said, yep. Sent it over, date was shipped. It's ready to go. Now the fun thing with the FDA forms too is even if they submit it through the shipper, unfortunately once it lands in customs, they almost always request the person who it's being shipped to for those forms. So it's don't blame the person you're buying it from if they ask for it again. Just consider it an expectation that you're gonna have to submit it yourself too, and just make sure you ask for the forms if you don't see them. But usually, especially with Mactron and Wisely, at least so far, it's been a track record for them to just send it over. Scott R, what magic is happening? That, my friend, is steel white finish. It is absolutely a bright mark, Kelly. It's popping.
You just do that right out of the param library with no changes?
I converted it through the conversion chart off of LMA.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
that's
It fucking works.
yeah. It friggin' pops. I love it. I'm kind of half tempted to keep digging at this and do another steel white later. Just dig it super deep. It does feel good. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah. We did, I don't know if you were, I don't think you were here for when we were doing the photos, but I can show you what we were working on. So, let me see. Okay. So now I can at least show you. So, we did a couple of cards. And then we did a couple photos. I'm a little blind because I'm not wearing my normal glasses right now because I'm wearing my laser safeties. But it's a beach scene. We did that one, and we did a more different this one. And we adjusted the power a wee bit more. And this one I'm having, I really can't make it look as good as it looks in camera and as it does in real life, sorry. I'll see if I can get a different shot with some different lighting later. Drop them in the Discord. I'm happy with those. Matt says he's working on steel white too. Let me actually pop that up so you guys can see what he's working on as well. So that's our boy Matt working on class of 2022. Justin says, I'm brand new to the channel and fiber world. Is this a Mopa laser? Yes, it is. So everything we've done so far can be done with not a Mopa. We haven't done any high frequency marks or anything. The highest we've gone, I think, is maybe 80 kilohertz. Everything else has been anywhere between 25 and 80. Kelly says, "Had you already done the adjustments prior to the live stream when scanner?" Yep. So, Wisely sent a correction file over, which was actually really accurate, so we didn't have to mess with anything on that. The bed's level to the head, and we adjusted our parameters for the 110 lens we're using. Thanks, HDL. Yep. Hey, Edwin. How's it going, man? Edwin says, how many passes? So we did... we had it set up so our hatches were... I think it was either 2 or 3 digging passes for depth. And a cleanup pass in between. And we did 10 rounds of that. So plus crosshatch, I should say. Switch glasses and go take a look at it since it's done. That is pretty. Yeah, it's got some texture to it. Justin Duran says, I am heavily considering a Cloud Ray JPT M760 watt. Good, bad, is this the one I should consider? I don't think...
I've been recommending people stay away from Cloud Ray lately.
Yeah. I don't think it's the best option you
Customer
could go
service
for.
hasn't really been up to par.
Yeah. I absolutely love Cloud Ray for parts and stuff. I would say if you're going to get a pre-assembled fiber, I would stick to maybe, if you haven't already checked it out, check out the buying guide. Link is in the description, or go to the Discord and use exclamation buying guide in the chat, and it'll pop up a link. But we've had great luck with a lot of different brands, and actually if you check out the Discord community, everyone in the Discord community is happy to share their experience with what they bought. So, but generally speaking,
The
Mactron's
direct
rate,
link to the buying guide is lasereverything.net/buying guide.
that too. Yep.
And I would recommend checking out the SFX lasers in there. Very similar to the Cloud Ray ones, but they're built better.
Yeah.
They ship quickly. Good stuff.
To add to that too, if you were looking at Cloud Ray for ease of shipment, like if you're in the States, for example, and you're just looking for something that ships locally to avoid importing and stuff, that's another reason to check out SFX too, because they're an Amazon seller and also on eBay, but they have US warehouses. Most of the rest of our recommendations are going to be imported. And like Kelly said, yeah, they're more than happy to build a machine for you if you have something specific in mind, or something that's not quite part of their standard listing, or if you just want one little thing different. If you contact them and tell them exactly what you want or what you want to change, they're happy to do that. Most of who we recommend will be willing to do that. Most of our sellers. Not our sellers, our recommended sellers. Alright, what do you guys think? It's decision time. So, I can keep digging at this, and go deeper, or I can leave it.
How deep did you get it?
So in the center by the lightning mark is the deepest. I'd say it's I don't know, maybe 0.5 millimeter to 3/4 millimeter, if I had to guess. It's hard to tell.
I agree with Tyler. I mean, from what I can see, it looks good.
Alright. So maybe we'll do... Rick says lacquer it and call it happy. I can do that. I think maybe tomorrow. I have 3 more of these. I'm really strongly considering doing a Pac-Man one. It's on my list of maybes now. I think maybe I'll do one more photo before I call it quits for tonight. What do you guys think? Should I do a Quora for good old time's sake? Let's do a Quora. Have a good night, Rick. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out, brother.
See you, Rick.
Justin Duran says, genuinely appreciate the help. Next beverage is on me. Thanks. Appreciate that, Justin. Have a great night, man. If you're hanging out for our last little project here, it'd be cool too. Thank you, man. Before we get it centered up, I'm forgetting already to make sure we're focused. Have a good night, Matt. Yeah, we're not going to be around too much longer. I think this is going to be our last project. Tyler with the it's only 8 p.m. here. Yeah, man, it's midnight here. To be fair, we've also been at it for almost 3 hours.
You got a lot done today.
Yeah, I feel like we did pretty good considering this is it's literally been the first things I've done on the laser now. I saved my first moments for while I was on stream. It's been exciting.
I think we've definitely accomplished the making up for the Wisely laser showing up broken.
Yeah. Scott says, awesome, thanks for the info. We'll be buying a machine very soon. Good night to the East Coast crew. Thanks, Scott. Have a good one, man. I think I might have forgotten to do something. We're going to double check mark low critical point. Yeah, now we're good on that. Wow, that's really subtle. I actually really like that. This is probably not going to be something the webcam is going to pick up, so we're going to switch to the big boy camera.
Clean, dude.
I'm really happy with that. I didn't even wipe that. That's straight off the laser. Super
We're gonna
happy
get
with
you
that.
some black cards here soon.
Where's my wipey? I'm gonna wipe it off and see if it changes. I'm happy with that. For day one,
Real good. Yeah, that's real good.
I mean, okay. So a lot of the credit for that goes toward actually those photo episodes, because there's no way in hell I would have gotten that if I didn't have that info. Especially on day one. Kelly says, thanks again, Alex, for those photo tricks. I agree. I'm with Kelly. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, the photo episodes are great. If you guys haven't already seen it, go check it out.
Wholeheartedly recommend that. Even if you're
Makes
not
a
interested
really,
in photos.
really big difference. It's not just for fiber lasers either. It's for literally any kind of laser. It applies to every kind of laser.
Yeah, we showcased you showcased pretty much everything, and I showcased the CO2, but it applies to everything. It's good info. Kelly says, I'm done, gang. Real world starts early tomorrow. Thanks, Kyle. All very worthwhile for us. Thanks, man. Yeah. I'm glad I could share my my first in-person fiber moments with everyone. But I think we're going to end it here, because it's 10 after 12 and it's getting late. So
When it's time, it's time.
it is. So I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and supporting us during the live stream. And hope you got something out of it. I know I did. And if you haven't, if you haven't checked out Discord or Facebook, check those out. Links are in the description. If you haven't checked out LMA, particularly that steel white finish that we used at the end there, that is directly off of the conversion chart from the LMA. So if you're having trouble with your parameters, it's a good starting point. If you have any questions, reach out to us in Discord or in the comments. And I hope you have a great night. Take care. See you in the next one.
Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate you, man.